Good evening, VV Nation. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan, senior instructor here at VectorVest. Always a pleasure giving these 6 p.m. videos. Now on the channel, even on the live streams over the last few weeks, I've been on the side of getting more defensive in your positions, more protective of your profits rather than just jumping in positions. The reason why MTI is a powerful proprietary indicator that VectorVest utilizes to track the underlying trend of the market. Now, historically, this indicator does a great job of letting us know when the market's getting a little top heavy and when it is searching for a bottom. So tonight's presentation, we're going to utilize this indicator to put us on the right side of the market. So we're going to take a look at our market timing graph within the VectorVest 7 system. On top of that, we're going to take a look at some of the major indices, the QQQ, SPY, and because the color guard is showing a predominance of yellow and red lights lately, I do want to keep you on the right track of certain trades. So we'll take a look at the semiconductors, gold, defense stocks, utilizing ETFs to make sure we stay on the right side of the trend when it comes to these investments. So if this is something that you're interested in, stick around and let's get started. Here we're on the home page of the VectorVest 7 software, and this is where we can get a pulse of the market. Now, just looking at the major indices in positive territory today. However, that's being masked by a foggy picture that the color guard's been painting us. A predominance of yellow and red lights. You can see them dominating the color guard really since Halloween. The last green light was given October 27th. Now, if we take a look at Midas Touch stocks, all seem fine there with Micron still at the top of the list, up another 8% today. Phenomenal stock here. Even Sienna Corp coming back here up 6%. This is a fiber optics company. I've talked about fiber optics, the industry hot space right now. You can see it's the one with the most momentum in the top RT industries at this time. Even Western Digital coming back 6% to the upside. Now, I know we had Palantir's earnings earlier this week, failed to get investors excited. Same thing with AMD, right? It beat its top and bottom line. However, concerns of AI spending are circulating the headlines at this time. So with this going on in the market, what I'm focused on right now is the mini graph. You can see the MTI right above my head here. Look at the trend, lower highs, lower lows. Once we broke out this prior swing low at 1.05 coming in on October 10th. This was on October 30th. MTI coming in at 1.02 just before Halloween. Since then, we can see this trend indicator going into unfavorable territory now at 0.85. Would you like real actionable information and not just more data? Would you like to know what your stock is actually worth and how safe your stocks really are, whether they're a buy, hold, or sell recommendation? Check out this website. Just go to vectorvest.com/YTFSA for your free stock analysis report today. To make better sense of this, we're going to jump to the market timing graph, give you a better visualization and see exactly why I'm talking about this evening. Right behind me, I've got the market timing graph. This tracks the VectorVest composite or VVC. It's over 9,000 stocks. Actually, it's around 9,800 stocks that we're currently tracking throughout the US market. So it gives us a much broader and better representation of the overall market rather than just looking at the Qs or the SPY giving us just 500 stocks. That being said, look at the ascending channel that the market was in, right? That's when it was easy to become a bull. If you've noticed being a little hard to become a bull lately, we broke the descending channel with that Friday sell-off. However, getting 2 rejections at the bottom end of this channel. The second rejection getting confirmation to the downside. Right now, I see the VectorVest composite and a level support between 76.51 and 75.77. If price action breaks below the 75.77, I will be looking for price action to take out this prior swing low from that sell-off. And that will give me the confirmation that this downtrend has some more persistence. Now, when it comes to the MTI, the buy-sell ratio and RT relative timing below, we are going to focus on the MTI first. Now, the MTI gives a sense when the market is overbought and when it is oversold, essentially, right? It tells us historically when the market might be getting a little top heavy and when we might have some bottom fishing opportunities on the horizon. Now we can see that the MTI was getting the top heavy territory here around 1.5 to 1.6 as the market was climbing, and you can see the MTI dropping back But the underlying trend of that market remaining intact, that's what gave me some confidence in this most prior swing to the upside. In addition to that, it was a clear ascending channel. So once I saw the ascending channel get broken, I also noticed looking at MTI, we're hitting a series of lower highs and lower lows. Now let's take a look at MTI in the big picture. I'm looking at it over the last 12 months, again with the VectorVest composite. Since the MTI reached those highs, failing to do so in this most recent go around during the ascending channel. Now, once price action broke the ascending channel, there was some warning to this. I had spoke about the bearish divergence we received with MTI compared to price action of VectorVest composite coming to fruition. We're seeing the MTI now in unfavorable territory. So what is the next question, right? When the market pulls back, that can bring opportunities to investors. As we see before in the most recent pullback here, we saw the VectorVest composite hit a level of support, and look at MTI right around this green line. However, the bearish downtrend was not over, and MTI did reach these levels at 0.6. Now, I do not have a crystal ball, and I'm not saying that the MTI is 100% going to hit this MTI. Logically thinking, I do see more risk for downside potential. And as far as doing any kind of bottom fishing or buying the dip, I'm not quite there yet when it comes to the color guard. But I have spoken about this on live streams over the last few weeks that I would not be surprised if we get some bottom fishing opportunities right before the holidays, giving us a great Santa rally in the making. And as what I see with the market right now, I do see a healthy pullback. We see the VectorVest composite, just taking a look here, really unchanged, going as far back as April 22nd, looking at the high here at 75.82. Just now, we're right above that at 76.06. So you can see the market taking a healthy breather. And that's exactly what I see in the market right now. So yes, I do see the chance for a nice blast off day to occur, hopefully in the near future. And when it happens, I'll definitely put you on that right side of the trade. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other entities in the market. First thing I want to take a look at is a company that reported earnings and can really give us a sense how the market feels about overvalued AI stocks. Palantir, it's in the middle of that controversy, right? And look at Palantir, even after earnings, staying in the ascending channel. So me personally, as long as Palantir stays in this ascending channel and RT remains above 1, I will have optimism for Palantir. But I will say, look at the RT relative timing showing weakness right now at 1.06. So we will see if we... Next up is AMD, reported after the bell yesterday. You can see the pullback. Look at the retest. Nice, healthy retest right at the top of this trend line here. This is going to be from an ascending channel that price action stayed in for majority of 2025. However, recent momentum pushing price action above this channel. So at no surprise with the gap down this morning, I'm finding support right at the top of this channel. So this is what I like for the bulls. With RT still above 1, hey, I'm in favor of AMD overall. Now, just to cover 3 parts of the market really quickly, here is gold GLD. This is how I've been looking at gold over the last year now. I've had a trend line on here. Gold, well overextended from this trend line. So it's found its way back to the trend line, finding a nice healthy support. You can see pretty range bound right around this 40-day moving average. But hey, as long as the RT remains favorable, as long as price action remains above this trend line, I see this more as a, buying the dip opportunity in gold stocks. But make sure the stocks make sense. Not every gold stock is showing those opportunities right now. And I'm not saying that the pullback in gold is over quite yet. I still see some healthy breathing ahead. Now, as far as other parts of the market, I do have REMX. This is a rare earth ETF. I had a support here right around $67.47. Price action right around that 40-day moving average, broke both of them. You can see gap down as of yesterday, still remains below that gap. RT favor for the bears right now. We can see that momentum to the upside has completely waned, and now that favor is for the bears ever so slightly. But as far as any kind of buying the dip opportunities, I do see a prior swing high here, which is where we're currently sitting on. So if REMX shows any kind of pivot to the upside off of this level, I wouldn't be too surprised of that at this time. And as far as other stocks like UAMY, I've already talked about that healthy pullback. Talked about it last week. I see $7 in the future. Where's UAMY? It's around $7 today. Now, the last item I have for you this evening is going to be DFIN. Make it easy. Look at the 40-day moving average. See price action every time it hits the 40. Seems like a pretty good time to buy, right? And I'm not going to go against that. As long as RT remains above 1, which it currently is at 1.17, that makes this dip something I can get more comfortable about. Now, if you enjoyed tonight's presentation, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, and you found it informative, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening.